All right. Hello, my friends. It is Thursday, and we have got some fun goodies to show you. So I'm going to just get kind of set up over here while you guys join me. Okay. Let's get on this one. Okay. Alrighty. Well, hi, Diane. How are you? How are you? Hey, Diane, I actually was going to give you a jingle the other day, because I think I have a box that's probably ready to go for you. So we should touch base one of these days. And I'm just kind of sorting stuff here. There's some fun stuff to show you guys today. So, here's all this stuff. Oh, okay. All right. So, I don't know what all to chit-chat about first, but I do want to tell you guys, so these Halloween toppers, ooh, thank you. Yeah, those are cool. Oh, this one I got already. Is the one I got not got a price on it? Yeah, it does. I got one of these already. Okay. So these Halloween toppers, these 3D toppers are always, okay, sounds good. I'll be ready for you. These ones are always popular, and they have exactly one design for Halloween. We ran out, we got in a few more, and somehow they double shipped us. So the Halloween ones, this is not going to necessarily be an advertised special in the store, but for those of you guys that watched the video, if you do want a package of these, because we still have time, if you need to whip out Halloween cards, now is the time, right? So, and they are so easy to put together. So the Halloween ones, which are normally $9.99, your video special price is $8. But you have to make sure that you let us know you want special price on it, because again, it won't be an advertised price, okay? So there's, oh, I got stuff, looks like stuff from last time. And so there's that one that I wanted to tell you about. Also, if you happen to come into the store on a Wednesday or a Thursday, I wanted to let you guys know that we have a new intern who's joined us. His name is Ephraim. Really nice young man. He's been with us, well, 2 days this week. This was his first week. And he has a service dog named Frankie. Yeah. And she's a real sweet little thing too. Well, she's not. She's like a yellow lab, maybe? Yeah. Anyways, so he will be helping us out on Wednesdays and Thursdays through the voice program. And we're excited to be able to participate in that program again. So if you stop by, you might meet him and be like, oh, who is this young man at the store? So that's Ephraim, and feel free to say hi. Okay, so where to start? I'm just looking around at my piles here. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys, my Better Press fans. So I know a number of you guys are in Better Press Society, and that is an ongoing program that we have where it's like an ongoing subscription. And then a number of months ago, depends on how much you remember all of the random things that I talk about on the videos. Do you think maybe you could just make me a cup of tea for the talking? We talked about this really fabulous program from LDRS that was going to be kind of an all-encompassing Better Press program, okay? So I wanted to show you that because it occurred to me that I have not yet actually shown you guys this. Well, hi, Lori. So the Better Press Society, that one is $24.99 for the monthly subscription. And you get whatever the plate of the month is. It's always a surprise, so that's kind of fun. So this one is similar but different, okay? So what this is it's a Better Press set, okay? It's also the dies that cut it and the layering stencils. And you actually do get some Better Press paper to go with it. So you get all three of the pieces to make a complete design. But what I love about this is you get like this one here. This is a gorgeous little pumpkin design, right? So you can use it. You can use this sentiment with this design or separate. But the way that she designed these is that you have this stunning arch. And this stunning arch is going to be good all year for all kinds of stuff. So you can use it with it or you can use it separately, okay? So in the store, we have 2 samples for things that you can make. But what's really fabulous about this one is that for the people, I'm trying to remember which set it's in. I think it's in here. For the people that sign up for this, okay, in the stencils, I believe it is. Yes. So in the stencils, we have also additional, these are the 2 samples that we have, but you guys, there are 4 additional cards where you have the crafting videos and the instructions. So you get 4 additional cards where you get crafting videos and instructions, written instructions. So if you are a video person, you can watch the videos to make them. If you are a written instructions person, you can use the written instructions. These are tucked away in here because they are exclusive to the people that get the kit, okay? So you have to have the instructions or you have to have the kit in order to get the access to those videos. And she will lead you through making 4 additional projects, but there are directions to make these. So what people have been loving about this is an all-encompassing set. You have your plates, you have your dies, and you have your stencils. And not only that, you have the instructions and videos for 4 additional ones, plus the written directions for the 2 that you'll see in the store. Really, that's 6 cards from this. So basically, it's a to-go class. If you wanted to have like a to-go class or just something additional to do with, you know, your Better Press that's a little bit different, it's kind of a different style than Spellbinders, we have these. So if you just want just this one, they're $65. There are 3 in the series. 2 are actually here at the moment. We have not yet had the 3rd one come. But if you're signing up for the series of them, it's only $59.99. I know, right? Crystal, that's funny. I did love that when we got that. Because sometimes, boy, like Nirvana, you couldn't tell anything about that. So, I wanted to show you this because I think they've kind of just been tucked off to the side. And they haven't really even been out on the floor. Unless you had, you know, we had mentioned to manage to chat about it. So we have, they're called the Perfect Pairings because it's everything that you need. We have Cozy Pumpkins. Let me just put this away. And then, this is the one that just showed up. And then we have The Joy of Christmas, okay? So these are the sample cards for this one. Look at how beautiful that is. That bird and that Better Press, oh my gosh. Oh, that's awesome. I haven't even looked at these yet, you guys. But the die is really nice and detailed, and you have this gorgeous sentiment that, let's take a look here. you know, it always cracks me up when I just take stuff out of the bag, right? Okay, so I did that. Oh, wait, one of these bags was for the samples. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, how do I have an extra bag already? I haven't hardly done anything. Okay, so for the Joy of Christmas set, we have the Better Press plate that says, wishing you the joy, what does it say? Wishing you the joy of Christmas. You have the die that cuts that out tightly, which you'll see on this one and on this one. And then you also have a die that you can do a shadow with, okay? And it'll cut out that bird, the whole blossom thing. And then you have the stencils that will color all of those pieces. I mean, look at how detailed that stencil gets. So you get the stencil, the die, and the Better Press plate. And again, on this one, you'll get video classes and written directions for 4 additional cards. I have not actually seen them now that I think about that. So anyways, these are such a great value, and the people that have participated in this are loving it so far. That's the feedback I got. So the classes are great. She does a good job leading you through it. And for those of you guys that are, you know, doing the Better Press, you know that part of the reason people are loving Better Press is because it's really just quite easy to get pretty much perfect results. So, that is the Joy of Christmas. Now, there's $65 per kit because you get all 3 parts plus the video classes. If you want both of these, and then I can tell you kind of what the next one is going to be. I don't obviously have the samples here yet, but that one is going to be a really cool frame that it's like a frame that'll go sort of around this whole A2 one. And then it's a beautiful rose. And I don't know what the sentiment is. I don't remember. So just like with Better Press, there is a regular price and then the discounted price, the Better Press Society. So $65 is the regular price and $59.99 is the discounted price if you are getting the series of the classes. Okay, so those are here, and we have a handful, I think, of the fall ones left. These ones, I haven't doled those out even to the people on the list yet, so they'll be surprised too. Okay, so I did want to talk about something else. My tea, is it ready? You guys might hear that I have a little bit... Hi, Nona. Did I say hi to Nona? Oh my gosh. If I seem like I'm a little bit out of it, it's probably, you know, because I am. But, so if I sound a little sniffly, it's because I caught the sniffles that he had last week. And it took me out Sunday, and then I've been out for a number of days. I came in yesterday just to do a couple of things I had to do and then went home to sleep. And this morning I woke up feeling pretty good, but as the days progressed, I've gotten a little bit more sniffly. I know, right? Thanks. Did you already chip my cup? Anyway, okay. So, this weekend we were going to be doing the... well, actually, Crystal, currently, I sound really well. Like, I sound 150% better than the other day. But we had this fundraiser planned for this coming Saturday. And I've talked to Donna, who is also not feeling top of the chain, and Colleen, who's not feeling great. So we're going to push this out for another week. Hi, Trey. And we're going to move the fundraiser to November 2nd. Which is the Saturday, just a week from this Saturday, because that will give me time to actually get the stuff organized that I was going to get done this week, but, you know, couldn't because I wasn't feeling good and whatnot. But that being said, some of the stuff has arrived that I wanted to show you guys because I've had lots of questions about, did I even grab these things? Yes. Okay, so these are the 2 dies, and I have gotten in quite a few of these, okay? So these are the 2 dies that we are using in the donation project. This is the Florals number 29 from Elizabeth Crafts. This is, I'd say, a new release, maybe 1 or 2 releases recently. I need to move this up, I think, from where I am. Okay. So this one is now in stock, and we have plenty. $17.99 on this guy. Okay. And then the lacy one that I actually didn't know Donna was going to use until she brought in the box. And that's the one that's on this little, she cut it with vellum. And on top of this, it just looks stunning, right? And so that one, this lacy one that goes with this one is only $14.99. So if you guys were looking for those, I did have a list of people, and the people on that list hopefully got the email that we pulled for them. If you didn't get the email, that means that I didn't have you on my master list. So definitely let me know that you want those. And the time slots for that next Saturday is going to be the same. But the other time, a couple weeks ago, I showed you that these new gems from, these are the new gems from Pink Fresh. But the one color we didn't have in when I showed you guys was red. And these are so they're stunning. The way that they're just like perfectly round, and you've got all those different sizes that are in there. So they're $4.99 for the package. And as a flower center, I mean, they're just amazing, right? They just look so gorgeous. So all of those things are in. We are going to push the event to Saturday, November 2nd. So now that I'm feeling a little bit better, hopefully some information will go out about that soon. Okay. Oh, hang on one sec. Just gotta, you know, it's so, when he and I make tea, it's so different because he fills the whole thing to the brim with tea, and then there's not as much room for water, but, I might need just a little bit more water in here, hon. It's pretty strong. Is that possible? We got these cute little cups over in Port Townsend. I've only used mine once, and I don't know that you guys can even see this, but there's already a chip in it. I was like, oh, that's a bummer. Great, thank you. Okay. Oh, that's a good question, Judy. Friday, November 1st, we're just leaving it, staying put. That one was kind of a date I hadn't really announced anyways. It was kind of a one that somebody had asked for, and so we put it on the schedule for our weekday people. And so I think we'll be good for that. So instead of you guys going second, you guys will be the test group, which I think is okay too. So, okay. So now on to the next set of goodies. You guys might have seen the picture of this on Facebook. And this is the Idea-ology item that everybody has been talking about because they are quite possibly the cutest little things ever. Now, so we were talking about this earlier, that a lot of us in the store at the time were like, oh, I remember those from when I was a kid. You remember these little shaped cups? I think I had a Santa. I think I had like an Easter bunny. But the Santa one, I think everybody had, right? That's yeah. Well, it could have been me too, but I don't know, Crystal. I don't know. Might be payback too for the Starbucks cups that I broke. So, anyways, so these cute little cups are in stock now. Now, these are a one and done, and when they are gone, we won't be able to get any more. So, but I got a lot in this first shipment, but I will tell you guys, they're going fast already, and they just showed up, this morning, I think it is. So, $7.99 for the pack of cups. Now, Ellen was in here and we were chatting. What would I do? She's like, I just want them, but what would we do? So one of the things we thought about is if you took a little bit of a floral foam, put it in there, and then used a pin, and you could make like a little place setting or something like that for your holiday table. Would that not be the cutest? OMG. So cute. Anyways, they're just so cute. You just want to kind of like snuggle them. Anyway, so the Santa cups are here. And if you ordered them, I think I pulled them for all the people that sent me an email about them. And you guys should have an email from me today that they are on hold on your account. If you didn't get that, then please double check with me to make sure that I didn't miss it. There were only a handful of you guys, but oh, they could be candle holders. I don't know. They'd have to be maybe like short, stubby candles, kind of wide. But they're so cute. Oh, I just adore them. Okay, so we got that in. And then the salvage figures are in. These also arrived just brand new. We have the large ones and the small ones. You have a Santa, what is that guy? A Nutcracker guard kind of a guy, and the snowmen. So these ones, they come out at the holidays. Although, is this guy new? I don't know if I remember him. I can't remember if he's new, but he has not been in the main cast of characters, from what I can remember. But then again, I don't know. Yeah, right, Lori? So the small salvage figures are $7.99 and the large ones are $9.99. We, those came in. Okay. Sorry. I know I keep apologizing. It's because I'm like sniffing right in your ears. Gross. And then the collage paper. So this was one of the other items from the Ideology that has been delayed. So this is the Christmas 2024 collage paper. It's $5.99 and you get, what do you get? 30 different pieces of holiday collage paper. Probably based on that, you get 2 of each design. So these are the ones where you could take your collage medium and you put it down. It makes a ready-made background and you just work on top of that to create your background and do some kind of cool stuff. A lot of people love these when they come out. So those just arrived. Okay, so that is Ideology. Didn't really plan how I was going to... Okay, so speaking of collage paper, we don't get a lot of stuff in for Dina Wakley, but she had a really interesting release this time, and it was like a forest type of a release, and I couldn't necessarily see, because when Ranger does their announcements, unless you watch like a video or something like that, you can't always see what's in it, you know, and not everybody does the same kind of like big marketing push that Tim does. Let's see. Somebody said, wondering... Oh, you know, Susan, I think you have to go to the main page and you have to click one of the, I don't know what it is because it's hard to do on my own page, but I think you have to go and under following, you have to say get notifications or something. You have to very specifically ask it unless you do, but you interact enough that it should tell you. But if not, you might have different settings. Everybody has these different settings in Facebook, and Facebook is always changing things. So it does make it kind of a little bit crazy to try and, you know, keep up with all of the changes. No, there weren't any new holiday colors. What he did this year is release the sprays, the holiday sprays in open stock. So Crystal, like how you loved the sprays, if you, for example, if you had Flickering Candle and you just absolutely loved it, but you ran out, that way you wouldn't have to hunt down a 3-pack from 2 years ago. Now you could just buy Flickering Candle. And we have all of the, I want to say we have all of the colors in, although we're out of a few right now, and I know that reorder should be here next week, and then we should be pretty well stocked on all the colors. And what I love about the mica stains from the holidays is that even though they have fun holiday names, right, they're not the same names as, we kind of talked about this last week when we did the bundle, the Overstock bundle, which I have like 2 left that I packaged if anybody wants those still. But while they have fun holiday names and they aren't in the Distress palette like regular, they are good all year. So it doesn't really matter if you don't do Halloween. If it's a color that you like, a purple is a purple, right? It's not a Halloween purple. It's not limited to only Halloween. So they're really good for all kinds of stuff. So, okay. Back to what we're working on here. So this one is the collage paper from Dina Wakley. So we got 20 sheets in here. And these are bigger than Tim's, but a similar kind of a concept where it's this really thin printed paper. And I'm going to try to go through here so that you get an idea, because there are some really fun foresty designs in here. So you guys, this one is awesome. So when you have a cool background, one of the neat things about the collage paper, sorry, I think I'm good, is that you can do this cool background, right? And then what you could do is you can tear around the image. If you tear around a collage paper before you go and use a collage medium to glue it down, your edges do more of a disappear. But having these really neat silhouettes means that silhouette is going to go over the top of whatever you've got. And so it can give you a really, really cool effect. And you might not always have a way to get a dark, specific, clear image on top of something, depending on what your background is. But with a collage paper, you can. And I mean, these deers, really, really kind of cool, right? So, and then we've got these leaves. So in my opinion, I would use these not as like a full background. Like the mushroom one, you could kind of do that if you wanted to. But to me, this is an image. That's an image. And so I would tear these out and then use that as the background or as the collage element. Same probably with these leaves, but that way you could actually layer the leaves and you could create a little sprig set too if you wanted to. But look at how cool these are. So you've got a bear, you've got an elk, you've got some squirrels, some foxes, chipmunks. I mean, these are really, really cool for forest type things. I must have grabbed this extra guy. I'm going to mess this whole thing up, aren't I? Oh, I did. I messed it up. Yep, it's all out of order. Because we didn't even see this one either. Wait a minute. What am I doing, you guys? I have no idea. These things are so thin. Here I am thinking I'm grabbing one thing, and I'm totally grabbing all sorts of stuff. So let me try this again. Okay. After the deer came this one. I really just skipped over. So again, I would use those as individual images. Okay, then I don't know if this one was even next, but these two are together, so I'm keeping them together. Okay, and then we've got, hello, oh, I think there are 2 of these. Yeah, they stick together so well. Look at how cool those guys are. Now those, you could use these for all kinds of things, but look at the little expression on that bird's face. I mean, does he look like he is telling you something or what? I love that. That is just, it just makes me giggle. Okay. Hang on. And then these guys, that has both of the images. Oh, cool. So then you've got all of these foxes. You've got some actual scenery, which is really neat. You guys, these, I don't know where the rest of the scenery is, though. It goes in here. I might have to sort this later because I've already, oh no, wait, they're stuck together. They're just, these papers are so delicate. It's really hard to tell when they're stuck together because they're so thin. And part of the reason that you want them thin is because then when you put the collage medium down and then you put it over the top, this paper just kind of disappears. So So this one is really cool. Very unique designs on a lot of these because it's not something that we've seen in collage papers from most people. So we've got squirrels and owl silhouettes, and you've got eagles, and then you've got these like evergreens and fir trees and things like that. So you guys, very cool Northwest set of collage paper that is really just very, very different from what we've had access to. And so I know even though I don't tend to get a lot of her stuff, this one just really spoke to me for like our Northwest crafting. Not necessarily holiday, right? I mean, some of it you could do for holiday, but just for everyday Northwest, you know, if you like to do some mixed media stuff, but you want to have it kind of have that Northwest feel, this is going to be a great set. So the best part about this is this whole set of collage paper, $5.99. I mean, that's a lot for that price. All right, and then this is also brand new. So her stamps are a cling rubber. They are made by Stampers Anonymous, but they are, I guess, they're under the Ranger label, but these are made by Stampers Anonymous. So it's the same quality that you're used to with Tim stamps. But I loved this one because the deers that are in this set are so they're so watercolory and they just look really sweet. They have these little faces, really easy to color, watercolor, add to your projects, that kind of a thing. So this is a brand new set, but we were able to get some special pricing on it. So for Friday and Saturday, if you want this, it's normally $24.99 because that's the, you know, that's the Stampers Anonymous price for these red rubbers. But for Friday and Saturday, the special price on these is only $20, which is a screaming deal. And I am crazy loving these guys. I think they're adorable for, you know, when we're looking for like men's cards, birthday cards, Northwest kind of things. I think it's really, really nice to see something kind of different and unique from Dina. Okay, next up. Well, I'm just going to move right into it. So I guess kind of also in the realm of Northwest, but this is Simon Hurley's 3D embossing folder called Bark. And like super unique, very different. We have a lot of wood grain folders out there, right? And some are, you know, pretty cool with the textures that they have for, you know, that real wood grain pattern. This one is, when you look at it closely, it's a little bit more rustic than most of those tree, kind of the tree wood grain ones, because it doesn't really look like a wood grain. It really does look a little bit more rough, like a bark. So I haven't made a sample of it yet because we just pulled it out of the box, but it did just show up. So this one is $14.99. And then kind of in that realm, they have this, Spellbinders did sort of this like woodlandy kind of a release. And so in that, Woodland Tales. In that is a new Better Press set. It has this, what I would call a texture plate. So it's going to give you just a little bit of kind of that wood grain feel for the Better Press. Okay. You've got this gorgeous fern. You've got this little border that you actually could do multiple times to run it across, and this beautiful little bird. You also have a couple of sentiments. Little things make big moments. There is beauty in new beginnings, and each day is a gift. And those come with dies, so you can cut out those sentiments as well. So $26.99 on the new Better Press plate. And then we also got in a new Christmas one. Oh, this guy's really cute. You know, sometimes these orders, like we order them so far in advance that when it shows up, it's a bit of a surprise. This one is the Santa Sleigh. And it says hot foils beautifully, which is funny because this one doesn't say that. But actually, for those of you guys that have been doing Better Press, if you've tried them in your, if you've tried them in your Glimmer machine or your other hot foil machines, The feedback that I'm getting, oh, it says it right here, hello, from people, is that these hot foil sometimes even better than the actual hot foil plates. And some of the time that has to do with the sheer detail of the plate lines. Because with the hot foil, they had a certain thickness that they were going for. And with Better Press, they've brought that down to be a little bit thinner. So we're finding that we can get that kind of detail out of the hot foil. So Santa Sleigh, this one is $21.99. All right. And then for, what else do we want to talk about? A couple things are back in stock I wanted to tell people. The Lisa Horton Falling Snow White ink. This is the white ink that we used on that Boo Sheet card, where it just blended beautifully onto the background, and it gave that really pretty, like kind of frosty, not opaque white, but kind of background when we use the blender tool. And then when we use it in a stamp platform, because it is more of a solid felt pad. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Felt pad. The foam is what we're used to, where you have to kind of do a kiss touch, otherwise it gushes everywhere. Because it's a felt pad, you can use it in the stamp press and you get really clean images on dark colors in white. So this one is back in stock and it is $7.99. The other one that's back in stock, I showed you this last week and said we only had one left. These just came back in. So this is the Pine Cone and Berries. This is the one I made the sample of, but now these are back. So if you wanted one, they are here. That one is $8.99. And it's really gorgeous with all that detail. Okay. Oh, all right. I'm a little out of order today, you guys. It's just kind of because I got the sniffles. But for my Lawn Fawn fans, this one is, I think, I was already talking to somebody who was in here, and I said, oh, I have to show you this. She's like, I already spied it, and I already picked it up. So if you are a fan of Lawn Fawn, and you have mice, even 1 mice, 2 mice, 3 mice, Lawn Fawn, they love puns. They've got all of these stamps that have the mice doing this and the mice doing that. Elizabeth Crafts just came out with a release that was all mice based. Now, the dies for the mice are the ones where you have to like assemble all the parts and pieces. You get the main mice, and then you can get different die sets to dress them up and stuff like that. They're bigger. So I wasn't 100% sure if people would love that as much, but this set is called Mice Sentiments. And because so many people have the mice from Lawn Fawn, I thought that this would be perfect, because Lawn Fawn tends to use Lawn Fawn fonts, right? And Lawn Fawn sized sentiments. So this gives you a few more choices of things that you can use with your mice. And then there's the random Happy Valentine's Day. I don't know, you guys. Maybe that's because they gave us a heart-shaped cheese. I love you more than cheese. Oh, maybe that's, I don't know. Anyways, but you've got some nice little, 'tis the season to be cheesy, sentiments that can go with some of those Lawn Fawn things if you've already got them. And the stamp set's only $12.99. So really good on that one. We also got in, earlier I was showing you when we were talking about the fundraiser project, the poinsettia and the lace topper that goes with it. There are also a couple of new florals that came out with their fall line. So we've got Florals 31 and Florals 32. So Florals 31 has got these gorgeous, what are they, 5 petals. You've got these really beautiful formable leaves. Now in the fundraiser project, we're actually going to go into a little bit more depth about how to do flower forming and some coloring and stuff like that. That's kind of the point of that project. That's why we're giving everybody, you know, like about an hour to do the project, so that you have time to spend time actually focusing on your flowers. But you get all of these. Their flower sets are such a great value for the sheer amount of just dies that you get and the variety of sizes to fit your projects. $18.99 for Florals number 31. And then this one. Okay, so to me, this looks like a chrysanthemum, right? A mum. chrysanthemum. I think so. So this has got to be chrysanthemum season, florals number 32. So you've got all of these, $17.99. You've got the leaves that go with it. My mom has been sending me pictures like crazy of all of her flowers that are these chrysanthemums with all of these, these petals, right? And she's got these bushes that are just like, they're just amazing, visually amazing, because the flowers are just coating the whole bush. And so to me, I think this is that flower. It's probably the fall flower. And of course, if you do any flowers in oranges and yellows, they're going to look like fall flowers. And then this one is called Autumn Pumpkins. So this one here, it's a simple enough die to use. When I look at like these pieces right here, yes, they go over those if you want to do it that way. But to me, these are so pretty. If you added like a metallic embossing powder or something like that, absolutely gorgeous for that lacy thing. But I love the detail that you can get in just even these solids. And they're different because they've got this kind of wonky little shape to them. So they're not a perfect die. But they do have that detail, so you really can add stuff. And then you've got the leaves with the curly cues and stuff. So all of that is $19.99. That one is the Autumn Pumpkins. And then Holly Greenery is the last one I think we have from Elizabeth Crafts, okay? So the Holly Greenery, this one has sort of your additional items that you would want to kind of fill in some of those holiday florals that you might be doing. This one is going to be a whole bunch of kind of wonky little berries. So for making this little berry branch here, you can do this guy. You could cut these out of like if you wanted to get pretty fancy, you know what those could look like. Hang on one sec. Let me see if I've got this paper in stock. So if you wanted to make these berries like really pop, this would be even pretty for these guys here. In open stock, we have these two different ones. This is a satin red. It is so eye-catching because it's like, it just draws you in because it's metallic, but it's satin at the same time. So it isn't just that standard red foil, right? Really, really gorgeous. And if you put Elizabeth Crafts adhesive on the backside, it would make your berries so like that extra dimension when you go to cut them. That Elizabeth Crafts is one of my favorites for putting on the back of the foil because that extra layer of that adhesive, because it has just enough thickness to push that foil paper up into your die to give it that extra roundedness. Absolutely stunning. So these ones are $1 a sheet. That's the satin red, and we have those in. The other one, if you want to go a little bit more like pop, this is a foil red. Hi. Hello. With like an iridescent tint to it. So it isn't just, I think it's called fire red or something like that. So even if you didn't want to use these for the berries, these are absolutely gorgeous to use for sentiments or things like that. But I just think as berries, boy, they could really add quite a lot of, just that extra like wow factor to your projects. So both of those are available and in open stock. So, and if you had a die like this that you needed to add the berries to, one sheet's going to get you a long ways. So this is your Holiday Greenery, and it's $18.99. That one is also new. Okay. We are kind of getting, well, we're sort of getting to the end. Hang on. Okay, so this is a new, these are not even the same. Oh, they are different. Okay, I was like, oh, they're not even the same. So these are two new sets from Dave at Memory Box. I don't know why they're from Dave at Memory Box. They're just from Memory Box Open Studios. So that's who does their stamp sets. And do you know if we have any of the samples? Well, hang on. Is that this? Hang on just one second, you guys. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, at Halloween, we showed you guys, we showed you a stamp set that they put out like this that had the dies cut out, okay? There's only a handful of dies, so it doesn't cut all the sentiments, but it was one of the stamp sets that we could not keep in stock because you have all of this variety and the price, I mean, you can't beat it. You get a whole stamp set and the dies to match, a couple of them, for $19.99. So we actually have two choices. This first one, we were just looking through the idea book for the most recent release from Memory Box. This December 25th right here is used on so many samples. It is the cutest little sentiment because it just like hangs from the top of the card image, okay? So this one is called Be Merry. And then we have this one here, which is called Holiday Wishes, also $19.99, and it has dies as well. And you know what? My guess is, if I had to guess, it cuts out this one, and I probably shouldn't guess because it probably won't be right. But maybe this one. Yeah, I'm going to guess this one. Oh, this one. So these two probably are the ones that it cuts out. And this one, I know it cuts out one of these banners ones. Probably Believe. And probably Merry Christmas. Don't quote me on it, but that's what I think those cut out. Okay, so $19.99, you get a whole stamp set with interesting and different fonts for your holiday cards, plus dies to cut out a couple of those. And then we also just got in his new 3D embossing folder. I haven't had a chance to make a sample of this one. It's only $8.99, but you guys look at that detail. It's like crazy. So if you are looking for kind of that sweater type pattern, this one is going to be, and it's going to be a different effect, because a lot of the sweaters we get are kind of that knit, which is really cool as well. This one's going to be more of that actual like knitted pattern, that design that you get. So I think this could lend to some really cool backgrounds. Okay, I also forgot to show you guys one thing from Dina Wakley. This one is the, I don't even know if I need to bring these out because I think we can see them actually. So this is a new set of printed transparencies. We've had a lot of requests lately for transparencies that are like printed but with some kind of cool stuff. These are 8.5 by 10 3/4. So they are pretty big. Okay, so you've got a lot of room to work with in here. You get 2 of each design. This one has big giant letters. Now this one has kind of a scramble. So with this one, what I would do is I would create like part of it as part of a window, part of a background, something like that. Could be really stunning. This one, you could do the absolute same, or you could cut out some of those letters and create like a little sort of like, not quite a ransom note, but like a letter block style sentiment, have it spell what you want, that kind of thing. Now this one has a whole bunch of small words. So you could really use it either way. But you could also cut out, you could take one of these to cut, you know, as your cut apart one. And you could take those little sentiments and cut them, right? And then just, you could use the Tim Holtz tiny attacher if you have that. Do we have one of the tiny attachers in stock? If you don't have one of the tiny attachers, oh my gosh, they are kind of one of those must-haves for things that are really hard to glue down because it makes the cutest little staples. It's been around for eons. So if you're kind of new to crafting, you may not have one already. We do have the replacement staples in too. Do you want to grab that? Are you grabbing the staples as well? Or did you grab that? I know, but for people that already had it, I was just, since I was talking about it. So, so the tiny attacher, it just has, I mean, look at how tiny these are. They're so cute. And so you can actually staple something onto your project to attach it when adhesive isn't always an option, which is sometimes how the transparencies are. And the staples, because they're so cute, just add to the look of it. If you have the tiny attacher, we have the staples in. Okay, I was reading this, but yeah, we have the staples in. They're only $3.99, and you get 1,550. So if you need the refills, those guys are here. If you want one of these, and it's a pretty ergonomic and it's a long reach tiny attacher. So these guys are in. They're $19.99. Most people already have these, I know, but if you don't have one yet, they're really good to have in your arsenal. Okay, so that is the new transparencies from her. And then lastly, I'm going to be kind of fast because I was supposed to be short today because of having the coughs. But I did want to let you guys know that we have some of the new seals in the wax seals from Spellbinders. These are some of the new holidays ones. So these, the acorn, yeah, for some reason, I think the acorn is, yeah, okay, so these guys are oval, so I think they're slightly bigger heads on them. The acorn is probably a little smaller because it's a round one. So this one is $16.99. These are their new 3D wax seals. So even more dimension than the ones that they had out before. We have the poinsettia bouquet. This one is $18.99. We have the fern, which I absolutely love. I think this one is really going to be great for crafting all year. It's $18.99. And the Christmas ornament is $18.99. And then lastly, I just wanted to show you guys that we did get restocked on all of, well, not all, but quite a few, at least, of the colors that I could remember we were out of stock on for the waxes. So I'll just kind of run through these really quick, and then you guys can kind of take a peek when you're here. I say really quick. How am I going to know what color this is? Oh, Candy Apple. This one has kind of that cool little sheen to it. We've got Classic Crimson. We have Laguna. We have Green. That one has a shimmer to it as well. We have some mixed sets. So this one is Autumn. You get a little bit of I think 4 different colors in there. So that one's really pretty. And you can mix those, or you can pick the beads out and just use the colors that you want. You've got Spruce. We have a mixed set, which is Christmas. We have Glitz Gold. Magenta. Teal Mix. Vibrant Red. Fern. Oh, that is such a pretty color. That's like a sage, kind of a I don't know, like a bold sage color. It's really pretty. Blue Smoke. And Enchanted. So these guys, they're all $9.99. There's, I believe, 100 wax beads in each one. And these waxes, the type of wax that it is, they actually will bend. So if you put them on a card and they bent going through the mail, they're designed so that your finished seal won't crack and break. So some of the other waxes do have that issue, but you need maybe about 3 to 4 beads per wax seal, depending. You might need 5 for the bigger wax seal ones, but you get gobs of them in there, right? So all of those colors are here, and you can take a look at those when you come in. Okay, so here we go. So that is what I have to show you guys. All right, so super fast recap. The donation project is going to be moved out a week to Saturday, November 2nd. And we will have the time slots of 11, 12:15, 1:30, and 2:45. So for the people that were already scheduled, I emailed you guys just to see if that new time frame worked for you. Otherwise, you know, if you weren't already on the schedule and the new date works, then I hope you will join us, because it's going to be a lot of fun to learn that. And then if you were waiting for these guys to come back in, The Florals 29 is the poinsettia we're using. That one's $17.99. The lace flowers that goes on top, that's the vellum top, is $14.99. And then the little red gems that go with it are $4.99. Okay. And then I don't know that I'm going to have these in any particular order here. So we have the new collage paper from Dina Wakley, 20 sheets of really kind of like a Northwesty theme, $5.99 on that one. And then we have her new stamp, which is called, Fawns, $24.99. And your video special price for Friday and Saturday is $20. That's because, but be sure to mention that price because it's not an advertised price. It's just for those of you guys that watch the video. We have the new Simon Hurley Bark 3D embossing folder for $14.99. The Santa Sleigh Better Press and die set, $21.99. The Woodland Tales Impressions set, Better Press set for $26.99. The transparencies, new transparencies from Dina Wakley, $7.99 for 6 of them. We have the 2 stamp sets from Open Studio from Memory Box. And these guys are out of Kent, so they are local. Holiday Wishes is this one here. Okay. And Be Merry is this one. And they both have a 4x6 set of stamps, and then they have the dies. So $19.99 on those guys. We have some new florals from Elizabeth Crafts. We have florals number 31. And then we also have florals number 32. Florals number 31 is $18.99. Florals number 32, this is the one that I think my mom has these giant bushes of, is number $17.99, which isn't really a reference point for you guys, but it certainly is a reference point for me because she keeps sending all those pictures. And then we have the Autumn Pumpkins, $19.99. So you've got the lace pumpkins, you've got the I don't know, full pumpkins maybe, and then you've got some leaves with little curly cues and stuff that goes with that. And then we have the Holly Greenery, which is $18.99. We have also this is kind of for our mouse fans, our Lawn Fawn mouse fans, or, you know, if you have mice of other sorts. This is a new Mice Sentiments stamp set from Elizabeth Crafts. Ooh. My nose is getting plugged up the more I talk. Did you just hear me say that? I said Elizabeth Crafts. Oops. So, anyways, that's the Mice Sentiments and $12.99. That's kind of embarrassing. Pinecone and Berries, this folder is back in stock. $8.99 from those guys. And then the LDRS, these are like class kits is basically what they are. So we have the Cozy Pumpkins. This has a press plate. It has the stencil to color it and the dies to cut it out. Plus, there is a link to written instructions for 4 different cards and video instructions for 4 different cards. So it's class in all one kit. So it's $65. And if you want to do the series, then they're only $59.99 each. Okay. So that is the Cozy Pumpkins. And these are the 2 card samples that they sent. And then we have the Joy of Christmas one. This is also that class kit, but for a different one. So, press plate, stencils that color it, and the dies that cut it out, plus link to written directions for 4 additional cards that are different from these, okay? You've got directions in the kit for these 2 as well. And video instructions for 4 different cards. And then that's the one that's going to make this beautiful bird with the foliage is just, it's so gorgeous. Okay, so those are here. And then we also have New Ideology. So 2 different sizes of the salvage figures just arrived. $7.99 and $9.99 for the small and large, respectively. The Santa mugs This is the one that you don't want to sleep on if you want these, because I do think they'll be hard to get here shortly. $7.99 for the pair of them. And then also new from Ideology is the holiday collage paper. You get 30 pieces in here for $5.99. We have also new is the, what is this one called? The Winter Knit 3D embossing folder from Memory Box. $8.99 on this guy. We have 4 new wax seals in from Spellbinders. We have the Acorn at $16.99, and then the Poinsettia Bouquet, Christmas Ornament, and Fern Leaf. Each one of these are $18.99. The Falling Snow White Ink is back in stock, $7.99 on that guy. If you did not get it already, the Tiny Attacher, just because somehow I was talking about it, is a must-have. And actually, look at this. They use the Tiny Attacher to attach the packaging, which is actually, I don't know. I think that staple might even be bigger. Yeah, it does look like it's a little bit bigger. That's funny. So it's even smaller than this staple. I don't know why they didn't use the Tiny Attacher. That would have been the perfect, that's a different thing. That would have been the perfect opportunity, wouldn't it, to have showcased how small that is. But nope, that's a slightly bigger staple. So anyways, $19.99 on the Tiny Attacher if you don't have one, or if you need another one because you've used yours to, you know, into oblivion. And then we do have the refills in. We don't have these in all the time, but they are in now. So $3.99 for GABA staples, 1,550. And then we have a lot of wax seals. I'm not going to go back through the colors. You can just hit rewind. Lots of new wax colors in. Some are new, I know, that we may not have had before, but they will be here, and you can take a look at them at your leisure and see which ones might strike your fancy. Okay, you guys. Whew, look, it's like a stack getting closer to the camera. So, and it's funny you asked for that, because Lori, you wish you could find a candy apple. One of these is actually called Candy Apple. So, anyways, you guys, thanks for hanging in there. Sorry that I had the sniffles while we were on the video. Oh, I did forget to tell you guys, as a reminder, if you needed to make last-minute Halloween cards, we got a double shipment of these. So, for the video special, $8 instead of $9.99 if you want them through Saturday. Okay? So, be sure and grab those if you want them, but also, again, let us know. So, thank you, Crystal. I am feeling better. This is the improved version. It just got all sniffly the more I talked, since I've been talking for an hour. So I'm going to call it a night. I think we'll have soup for dinner, early to bed. And so if you haven't heard from me in a few days or are wondering why, it's because I've been doing a lot of sleeping, trying to, you know, get better as quickly as possible. So we'll get back to it pretty soon, but I will talk to you guys all soon, maybe probably tomorrow if we're both feeling up to it. We will either craft with you or show you some other new stuff. I don't even know what's coming. So we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.